Tesla has been all over the news lately for reasons such as Cybertruck cancellations, the announcement of new plaid seats for the Model S, as well as some major layoffs. So I wanted to go over some of these recent developments and go over my thoughts on everything that's going on. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Max, and let's get into it. So starting out in Cybertruck news, apparently Tesla has halted deliveries over the past week. According to multiple owners, people had VINs assigned and deliveries scheduled for early April suddenly found their VINs canceled or else delayed to a future date. And in some of these cases, their VIN disappeared entirely. When they asked their Tesla showroom advisor what was going on with this delay, they were told that the company's not scheduling deliveries at this time due to issues preparing the vehicle for delivery. However, speculation has arisen that this is actually due to the acceleration pedal. There have been multiple reports of people pressing down on the pedal and acceleration continuing even when they let up pressure. This continues until the acceleration actually reaches 100%, which is a pretty scary thought for a vehicle that has a 0 to 60 time in less than 3 seconds. Some of the reports on this have stated that when people hit the brakes, that it stops this process. However, others are reporting that the brakes don't work and they've actually got into accidents as a result. It's not immediately clear if this is a software malfunction or something wrong with the physical hardware with the pedals. However, Tesla is clearly halting deliveries to address the issue. I think it's important to note that since this first came to light, there have been reports that new Cybertrucks are appearing at the Mgx&x plant, but still, as a reservation holder myself, who is pretty late to the party with placing their own reservation, this can only mean it's going to take even longer to get my Cybertruck. And while that is most certainly not a good thing, I will say one of the advantages of getting this car in the 2 to 3 year time spans versus being one of these early adopters is that hopefully by the time I get my vehicle and others like me get their vehicles, that production kinks like this will be worked out and we won't have so many early recalls to things like the wheel covers, the pedals. At that point in time, it should be a pretty stable production line with hopefully much fewer issues. In more positive news, Tesla announced new Model S plaid sports seats that give a much needed sportier look to that vehicle. That is a much needed upgrade to that trim of vehicle whose interior otherwise would have been identical to the standard range model. These obviously have a more premium sporty look with the plaid emblem embedded directly into the seat, which I think looks awesome. They also have heating and cooling functionality that'll work with the car and have added grip that'll work great with the new track mode that they launched last year for the Model S Plaid. For me, I think the most interesting aspect of these is the fact that these look a lot similar to some of the leaked images we've seen of the Model 3 Ludicrous trim. I can only imagine that Tesla is probably moving to something like this for that car, if not the exact same seats. So I'm excited to see what that looks like when they finally refresh the Model 3 performance later this year. And in a final bit of news, the company announced they're actually laying off 10% of its workforce. Now, there have been some speculation on this for some time, with internal sources at the company having managers identify critical resources going into the end of Q1. Well, it's finally come to fruition, albeit a little bit less extreme than originally thought. There were rumors that would be up to a 20% layoff, so 10% is better, but still not great. In a reported internal email that Elon Musk sent out, he stated, "Over the years, we've grown rapidly with multiple factories scaling around the globe. With this rapid growth, there have been duplication of roles and job functions in certain areas. As we prepare the company for our next phase of growth, it's extremely important to look at every aspect of the company for cost reductions and increasing productivity. As a part of this effort, we have done a thorough review of the organization and made the difficult decision to reduce the headcount by more than 10% globally. There is nothing I hate more, but it must be done. This will enable us to be lean, innovative, and hungry for the next growth phase cycle. I would like to thank everyone who's departing Tesla for their hard work over the years. I'm deeply grateful for your many contributions to our mission, and we wish you well in your future opportunities. It's difficult to say goodbye. For those remaining, I would like to thank you in advance for the difficult job that remains ahead. We are developing some of the most revolutionary technologies in auto, energy, and artificial intelligence. As we prepare the company for the next phase of growth, your resolve will make a huge difference in getting us there. Thanks, Elon." And these layoffs aren't completely unexpected following less than stellar financial performance in Q1, but really also seem to align with dipping sales in foreign markets, hitting the Shanghai Gigafactory the hardest. To me, this is not wholly surprising when rivals like BYD in China is continuing to ramp up production sales, taking over market share that was previously held by Tesla. As that company continues to rise, Tesla's going to have to reprioritize and move resources to other markets where they have a stronger foothold. And while this 10% layoff is definitely less than the 20% one, it's still not great to see from such a stalwart in the tech industry. But unfortunately, in today's economic climate, these types of layoffs have become somewhat of an industry norm. But I am curious what you think of all these Tesla headlines, some good, some bad. So definitely comment below what you think of the direction that the company's heading. And yeah, that's all I really had today. So as always, if you did like this content and you want to see more, please like, comment, subscribe to see more. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.